for a short time.
Okay, recording is in progress.
Meeting beginning at 1:15 p.m. Just
Yay.
Snap, good. A Seneschal needs to take over. Thank you.
I guess let's do some reports. Are you in yet? Oh, Astrid is currently trying to get into the Zoom meeting.
Oh,
I
don't have she should be able just to get in.
Yeah, she's got to get the app and everything. So I guess I'll start with fighting. We haven't had any heavy practices, mostly due to Turtle is out with an injury, and Howard he's been putting in extra hours at work because house repairs. Rapier, we have been meeting every week. We've had 3 this last month. We missed one day due to everybody kind of being unavailable. So that's still going pretty good. We're having an average of like 5 or 6 people come out every Sunday. I'm like watching her get on here while
I just sent the Zoom link.
Yeah, she had to set
That
up.
makes it faster for her.
She had to set up the Zoom app real quick. She didn't have it on her computer apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it'll take a little bit.
Come back around.
So I'll give her a few minutes for the ANS report, but I guess let's go to Chronicler.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Tobias of Emmerich. The Chronicler office, I made a mistake and I put it in the newsletter that I was opening the position of web minister, but actually I'm opening the position of Chronicler. So my mistake, but it was noted in the newsletter. My position for Chronicler is open for applications until September the 20th, when my warrant ends. So if you're interested in becoming the new Chronicler for the Rosenfeld,
Graywood.
Graywood. Oh, wow. Well, maybe I'm forecasting things there. I don't know. The biggest thing with the newsletter is we need submissions. I need cover art. Anything people want to submit, that falls within the guidelines of the SCA, albeit. So that's really what I've got going on in the Chronicler office. I'm starting to work on the newsletter now for final,
For September.
For September, final, inputs and stuff on it. So if you have anything, please send it. And like I said, again, Chronicler's office is open for applications until September the 20th.
I have a question. What format would you like it? Do you just send you and you'll fix it?
Yeah.
Too? Okay.
Yes. And if you're wanting to have like your own, little, let's call it, durable elements. We could do a featured article in the letter on like a monthly or quarterly basis.
Or
give you a little byline with a little pretty art and stuff like
Okay.
that. Have you as a contributor, and if you're interested in that,
Like
pretty much word fame. Thing you're interested. I have a little section in there where I'd say what announcements. Little things. I say little things. Somebody gets an award. Somebody gets a new officer position. I like to make note of that in there so that people, if you read the newsletter, it is available. That there's plenty of and lots of information in there. So, and pretty much any format, as long as you get it to me. I prefer, my officer email. That's good habit for officer
It can be in the body of
communication.
the email, or it can be an attachment.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And then, of course, if you have like, hey, could you keep, or quarterly, and could you add art or something like that? We can accommodate.
Sweet, thank you.
Cool. Web minister.
Okay, Tobias Emmerich, once more, fantastic. As I was saying, in the Chronicler report, the Westminster report kind of mirrors that. Westminster office is not open. It won't be open until next year.
You can always take a deputy.
Yeah, can always take a deputy. Deputies are always welcome. Deputies do not necessarily have to take over a position. They, especially if you're just wanting to learn the ropes, go, oh, this is something I want to do, or no, this is not something I want to do. Westminster has gotten to the point now with technology and the fact that the kingdom changed over to WordPress. It's very user friendly. Believe me, if I can do it, anybody that has any technical proficiency can do a Westminster position fairly easy. So,
And you
and
don't spend a lot of time on it. It's just when there's an update or a
yeah,
change.
you know,
It's a
if
maintenance thing.
somebody gets an AOA, I go in and update that, if new information for bond, it gets updated, an officer change, it gets updated. And of course, it comes with training. I'm not just gonna throw the book at you and go, here, have it, bye-bye. So it does come with training. So that's what I have for the Westminster office.
Okay. It looks like she's in now. Let's go with ANS.
As for ANS, I actually have not gathered my report yet for this month. I knew that we were doing ANS today, so I was waiting until after ANS.
That sounds smart.
Yes,
Very smart.
very intelligent.
I have to give her crap though, because that's my wife. I have to. It's just it's in the contract.
I understand.
So you don't have anything for right now?
Not at this moment.
Okay. I would say Exchequer, but he's not present. As far as I know, nothing's changed. Our balance is sitting right where it was. Let me get logged into my email right quick, and I can tell you what we got. It's making me log in again. Oh my God. Did they make you guys add a two-factor authentication to your emails recently?
Yes.
I have to find my phone to log in on my computer. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
I would like to point out that I talked to the regional exchequer this past weekend. She is very pleased with the exchequer for their reporting on time.
Oh.
Ooh.
Very pleased.
They did finally, after a year of us chasing them down, they've got our signees updated and our bank people updated. I just got that email like 2 days ago.
Congratulations.
Trying to find $5,926.83 is where it's still sitting. It is unchanged as of, I believe. It's been a while. I think we have some Gulf Wars credits coming here shortly, though. So there'll be a little bit of a positive change there.
That is correct.
Okay. I haven't had any reports from archery. I don't think we've had any archery recently. Who am I missing? I know I forget somebody every time.
Harold and Jordan.
Jesmond is the historian, and I also
Yay.
have all the things to discuss.
Hooray. Go ahead.
Okay, so history happens every day. I'd like to encourage anyone who is interested in having a Osteora history wiki page, or if you already have one that you need to update, I can help you with that. Emma and I discussed that at Rosenfeld Scribble, which is really Rosenfeld tribal friends, so it's not just Rosenfeld. And we're going to update her. And I know some other people might be interested, or they have things that need to be added. But again, strictly voluntary. Some people don't like the wiki, or they personally don't want to have one, and that's okay. It's just one of those fun things you can add. And I am on their team, so I'm happy to help anyone, or even just talk to you about it if you just got questions. Historian. We got some exciting history stuff because of the discussions that are going on. That will be historian stuff. This sort of relates to both. We both Rosenfeld and Graywood have wiki pages. So whatever occurs will be added to those. On the websites, when we still played with Rosenfeld 100%, we created a Rosenfeld role for the 30th anniversary. And I've already been talking about doing something like that for Graywood. And then so as historian, that is a very potential occurrence. And so that would be blending together. If anybody is interested in helping with any of those projects or understanding how they work, happy to share information. Heraldry, Cecilia of Graywood, her name has come at the most recent meeting. So now the process is it gets forwarded from Onsteora up to society level. And at society level, it begins its process there that roughly takes 5 to 6 months. But it didn't have any problems. So we're very excited about that. If anyone else is wanting help with a name or heraldry, I, as a herald at large, am doing that. I've been in conversations with both Ulfian and Colton's name just out of my head. Marcellus. Yeah, I'm working with theirs, and I've also been in conversation with Ewan of Rosenfeld. And Ewan, I'll catch up with you afterwards, but I have had communication back from Kat, just so you know that I have been following up on that. So if anybody is interested, and Emma and I have been in discussion on adding some things to her achievement of arms. So anybody who has any heraldic needs, while I'm not a local branch herald, I am still involved with the College of Heralds. I'm Rowell Herald, and I'm a herald at large. So definitely please reach out to me. I think that's everything.
Cool. Was somebody talking?
Just congratulating Cecilia because she's sitting next to me, and I'm very excited for her name to be forward.
As am I,
Hooray.
yes.
Hooray.
People are glad.
I guess at this point that's all of ours. If Miss Rhiannon wants to.
No, we need a seneschal report, please.
That is right. I forgot myself. Look at that. The only thing that's really going on is the discussion at hand for seneschal. Like I said, we just got word back that they have fixed our bank account people, which is something that we've been kind of chasing down for a while. I don't think I have anything other than that.
Okay.
We still have not heard back on Tawny's application, or not Tawny.
Tobias?
Yeah, Tobias. We haven't heard back on that still, and I did bring that up at the landed and seneschal's thing. They said they would look into it. It sounds like a lot of people are having a lot of delays on offices getting filled and processed and stuff. It kind of sounds like it's problems with AMP that they're having. So hopefully we can get that figured out shortly. And that, for real this time, is all I got.
Okay.
Thank you, Seneschal.
So first off, I want to congratulate Lord James, who was
Bravo.
yeah. And then sorry, stole your thunder, Delphina.
Yep, that's okay.
What is the state of the arts?
I'm sorry, I did not hear you.
What is arts?
Oh, okay. So you want me to talk now? We have had, the newest member of the Order of the, or holder of the Thistle, Sable Thistle in Viking ambiance, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So congratulations. You do wonderful work, and we're glad that the Crown has noticed it.
And it's James.
James of Rosenfeld, if you didn't get all of the congratulations earlier. I have not, as the very knowledgeable and smart and wise MOAS of Graywood, I have yet to gather the information because
And you
we're
met
going to have.
Rosenfeld, you just said Graywood, you're just like, yeah, we're already one.
No, I was talking Graywood. Did
Oh,
I
you're
say
talking to her, but it
Yes,
sounded like
about
you were
her.
talking about yourself.
I
Sorry.
was talking about her.
Okay.
Because she is wise to wait and gather more information before the report goes out. But art is going on everywhere. And I want to encourage everybody to continue. I personally just started a sweet bag class online. If anybody's interested, I'll ask if we can join. It's a hybrid class, so online or not. But I'm gonna go. You want?
Are you embroidering the sweet bag?
Yes. Embroidery.
So it's an embroidery class specifically for sweet bags.
Brianna, was that a hand add you?
Yes.
Thumbs up. Yes, okay.
I know I'm interested, and so we may find out.
I start school tomorrow.
Exactly.
So
It's on Sunday, it's on Sunday afternoons. I
Yeah,
think,
but she's
so.
doing majors. We're like big.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm going for an electrical engineering degree.
let me know.
Yeah.
If not, by the time we finish this
We can then
class,
share
we
stuff.
can share.
That's what,
when
that's
you
what's
have
fun to do.
time.
We can share stuff, or you can just let
So,
them see it and go.
I'll gather everybody else's arts, because I know that calligraphy and scribble has gone on. I know that Viking wire weaving is going on, probably right now. I can't see, but,
We'll assume it is.
and you know,
I can see James is
And
working
James
literally
is
at this
at
moment.
this moment.
He's doing
wonderful.
some sort of a like grade thing.
He's sitting there awesome. He's just
Thank
working.
you. I'll be populace and
Yeah, it is.
That's all I have right now.
Hey. Can you do? What does our treasury look like?
The same as it has since January.
Okay, I know that, the fee steward will be asking for a check. And that's figured in the budget for the event.
Right. I just need the check request form and I'll write a check out and then make sure that she gets it, but I have to have that second signature as well, please.
Right. I just wanted to be sure you knew, and then we'll have the fee for using the church. I think that's the only thing we have, other than minor expenses for the event.
Okay. I usually just put do the check for the church on the day of the event. Do you want
I'd like to
have
say
that done before then?
I don't think, Stormy and Cal.
Anybody that's not talking, could you mute, please?
Stormy and Cal are doing the most of the shopping, so, they would be the ones to decide on the, what they need.
Okay. Yes, I just need a check request form for the budgeted amount. And then when they turn in the receipts and any extra money that was not spent.
Okay. And I think that's all we've got expense wise coming up. And
Does Stormy have any idea when she would like to have that?
Hey, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, I've just been sitting quietly because I haven't had anything to say. Kel is going to come here on like the 16th of September. And we are going to go to Costco and do the things that won't rot. Sorry, my thesaurus isn't working. So we're gonna do the shopping for the things that are shelf stable, like within a couple of days after she gets here. But there are things that we cannot buy until right before. So,
Well, like I
but
said, I'll get you a check for the full amount. Just fill out the form.
where do I find the form?
Uh,
I'll send you a copy.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
I was going to say, I thought I put it out there already, but I guess I didn't.
Okay,
And I'm going to be up that way pretty soon.
okay.
I'm going to go to Sulphur Springs and I can't remember the other town, but I got to do some radio programming for Civil Air Patrol. So I'll come up there and just hand the check off to you.
Okay, that sounds good. You know my legal name, right?
No.
Okay. Actually, it doesn't matter because at my bank, it says Stormy on my account, but my legal name is Elizabeth Medina
Okay.
for now. So, yeah.
We'll put that down when when we get there.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, our balance is $5,032.77. And I have nothing else.
Okay, let's see, do we have any other officers on? I don't see any other officers online. Do you, Delphina? You're muted, Delphina.
Thank you. Okay, Tobias is still acting as web minister, but I don't think there's anything to update. Everything from the event is on the website as far as what's current. Now that we're just shifting into the window of the last month, so there's going to be some more updates, especially highlighting exactly what classes and activities are happening. So those will be going onto the website. But there's nothing else that's been added since the last meeting where Stormy provided the food. She gave a menu. So if anybody was interested in what's included in the sideboard, especially a lot of us have things we can and can't eat. Items are listed. If you need specific ingredients, you can reach out to her. So that is on the website. He's nodding that was everything.
Hey, can I interject?
Please.
Okay, Jackie and I are working on the menu updating. We are having to pare the menu down because of the cost of foodstuffs going up. But for the major allergens, there are no peanuts, there's no peppers, there are no strawberries going to be even on site because we have a countess who is violently, deathly allergic. So I'm trying to stay away from all the major allergens, but of course I will give, I'll have the menu to you. I'll make it available within a couple of days, okay? Because we're still working on this, but I think the only thing really that might be a problem is maybe like if somebody's allergic to tree nuts, we have walnuts. But other than that, it's mostly gluten-free, and there's only one thing The gluten-y thing, the tabbouleh, will also have feta in it. And so if you have a problem with gluten or dairy, that's the one to avoid. So, but this is going to be made available. I am also doing some side plates for a couple of the royals who are, have some particular needs. And, yeah. But any questions, feel free to reach out and ask me. And I have no secrets.
Yes, you do.
And you're good.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So from a central standpoint, we have been working towards the proposal to join the two shires. We've had a really good meeting in late July that had some I think positive results as far as how the Shire of Rosenfeld feels on merging the two shires and how it would happen. So, and I think Graywood would approve of what we decided. And other than that, the only other thing is our event that's coming up. And I'm gonna let our event steward take over now to test that.
I'm gonna get close now, y'all. I did want to just for the recording also, we got a message through Discord. Julia, sorry, get that right. They're out of state now, but they are always Graywood in our heart, and they're joining. And then also, I believe both Luna and Vera are on the Discord call. I have that on my phone. If anybody has the Discord, they can type things into chat. And I did confirm that they are able to hear us. I set my phone right by the speaker. So they are also on there. So I just wanted to put that on there for the recording that they're with us. So the event we're speaking of, this is Rosenfeld's fall event. It is festivities, fun, and feasting. It is Saturday, September 27th. It is at the Pollard United Methodist Church in Tyler. It's a wonderful event. The site, the Great Hall, is a beautiful new fully equipped basketball court. So it's climate controlled. It's very accessible. The kitchen is attached off of one of the short ends of that. There are classrooms. There will be a few classrooms upstairs, but they are also accessible via an elevator. We will have a lot of activities in the Great Hall. We're going to have the Games Guild. Duchess Valeria is coming, and she's going to be teaching Nine Men's Morris and some other games, but specifically Nine Men's Morris. Rosenfeld Scribal Friends is hosting a scriptorium. This will include sort of like a museum exhibit. It's going to be completed one-off original scrolls, but also tools and things where you can just have a conversation. Well, what is this? What do you use this for? And we will have scrolls, charters, blank charters. That's what I'm trying to say. If anyone wants to try and see what doing illuminations is like, what does that entail? Do I want to paint by number, basically? Anybody's welcome to join that too, any scribes. There's going to be the hospitality table. Kel is in charge of that. It's going to be right inside. We're also having a musicians gallery. Dame Delphina is hosting that. We're going to have inkle weaving. Another Astrid Flokadaughter is coming all the way from Bradley. They're going to be staying locally. They're going to be teaching some inkle weaving, and they're doing a class that is largesse, but also largesse as insignia, which involves some of the weaving for the bands. If you see people wear the bands, we're having, it was actually sad. The Bring Ballad event had to cancel, internal reasons. They just had some dynamic issues. Their seneschal is a youth and family officer. So Day is coming all the way from Bring Ballad and is going to be hosting youth and family activities. Some of that's going to be leaf identification. And I think that they're also working out a passport. You've done, Cecilia on passports in the Lufkin area with her daughter, where you go to these different venues like the zoo or the museums in the area and you get a passport stamped. I know we used to go to wineries, and different wineries, if you traveled, you could get the passport stamp. She's doing a child version, no winery involved, no winery, I promise. But a child version, I don't know what all it's going to be, but I have a Rosenfeld stamp, the Rosenfeld rose with the fret. So I've already got that in the stuff, and we will stamp that the children have attended a Rosenfeld event. So I'm very excited to have youth and children activities at the event. And that's just the stuff going on in the Great Hall. There are going to be classes. Master Robin of Gilwell is coming and teaching a class. Singe is trying to get off of his work because he's going to be teaching a class on foolery. We're going to have glass etching, the inkle weaving that I mentioned. The whole list is going to be put out. Even if I can't do the schedule yet, I want to at least put the list of classes out. The schedule is snagged right now because we have 2 meetings taking place, and I don't know when the meetings are going to be. And a lot of my teachers will need to be in 1 or 2 of the meetings. So the meetings directly affect how I'm trying to do my schedules. And sometimes there's last minute changes. So even if I think I get the schedule and we have to change something, go with the flow. If anybody wants to teach, there's still opportunities available. Dame Delphina is in charge of gift baskets. Do you still need any donations from anyone?
Yes, I have nothing.
Okay, so we were talking about it at Scribble. Emma has some things that she's going to donate that are also from Game Guild. So the Game Guild is not an official guild yet. There is a Facebook page for it. And if anybody's interested in the Games Guild of Onstiora, Goldweird is going to be there to answer questions. So some of our gifts that we're going to put in the gift basket are games related. And so we'll put little tags of that it's from the individual and it's from Rosenfeld for the gifts, but it's also the Games Guild, trying to highlight that coming together. Gift basket items can be anything.
I do have something. I'm sorry. I have thank you, handmade, illuminated thank you cards or cards that can be used for anything. But blank note cards by Toby.
Tobias, yeah,
Tobias,
Tobias
okay.
has done some of those. Emma has games. I've got some dice and stuff that we're putting together. I see Ulfian has joined us. Is anybody else new joining in? Because we are trying to just keep track of who's here. I'm writing down Ulfian's name. And gift basket, it's for the Royals. We're having 6 Royals in attendance currently. I mean, that sometimes changes. Somebody has to amend their travel plans. Both of their Royal Majesties, both of their Royal Highnesses, Her Royal Highness Katerina of Windheim, and coming from out of kingdom, Her Royal Highness Christine from Glenaban. And that's not to make anybody nervous or worried. Oh my gosh, there's going to be royals there. It is exciting because when you have royals, they have entourage, they have friends and family who come, and it increases the group's attendance. That is nice to be seen. The royals are there firsthand and seeing things, so that's a positive. But it's not something to be nervous about. Some of the classes that are going to be happening, Baroness Moe and one of her students is going to be teaching a class on entourage. I know sometimes you see there's a call or a request, especially from their majesties and highnesses or baron and baronesses, that they need someone to volunteer for entourage. Well, what is that? What am I volunteering for? I don't want to sign up. I don't know what's involved. That's what this class is going to tell people. The class that Master Robin is teaching is a class about precedence. What does it mean to be a royal highness or a princess? Or what are all these different pointy hats? And what does duchess and countess mean? And what's a baron and baroness? What viscount? What are some of these things? They're words I don't understand. I'm intimidated because they've got, fancy garb and really big hats on. That's the class he's teaching. So a lot of really good classes. Yes, it's for newcomers, but it's also people who've been in a while but are getting in a little bit deeper. But we've also had new awards. The Order of the Mark is a new peerage. So even those of us who've been around a while, there's always something new to learn.
Got a
At
quick
least,
question for you.
what was that?
Got a quick question for you.
I'm all squinty-eyed, sorry.
On the gate, are the signs and everything that needs to be printed out and displayed, is that something I need to do or is somebody else doing that?
I was told you're in charge of gate. I did put some sign up out on Facebook, like I said I would.
Right.
And I know we have a few people. I think Delphina, you were gonna sit one of the gates. Emma is gonna sit gate. Ewan, so we have a couple of volunteers, but we could use, that's a very good point, and it's on my notes, that we could use a couple of volunteers for gate. I know that a couple of the people from Graywood, we did it online, we've taken the class, so there are people here who can take and sit gate. We could use probably 3 more people to do a whole second set for gate. And I'm going to do another push for volunteers online for that as well. So the only thing I have done is getting people to sign up for gate. I don't know what you need as far as making anything for the sign up sheets. And I think Rhiannon had something to input.
Well, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
she sent in, you saw it.
And then the second thing, would you make sure to give me the royal
Yes. Yes, the royal names plus their comp. Their
Right.
plus comp. Yes, I will have that list for you. Because I don't know all of their modern names and I don't know who their plus ones are yet.
Okay.
Let me put my
Congratulations,
note-
Astrid.
Astrid and I will likely be well. Oh, you're
Oh, yeah, we know.
amazing.
Yeah. And y'all, so Alfred just put in the chat on here, since everybody's not in the chat because of the Discord, I'm going to repeat it. Alfred is already bowing out, being a lazy slacker. Something about a newborn baby could actually make people be busy. Whatever. But we do know that that due date is the same day as the weekend. And it's heartbreaking because Astrid likes doing feast, prep, and cooking stuff. And so she was really looking forward to the event, and her timing is just off. But that reminds me of another class. One of the classes that Baroness Moe is teaching is like food safety from a feasting aspect or from a sideboard aspect. So if you've ever been interested in maybe doing food prep, or even if you're organizing a potluck, like a Yule potluck, we don't require people to take a food handling class. Some kingdoms do, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But one of the classes that's going to be taught is food safety, food handling safety, but geared towards sideboards, potlucks, or if you're a feast prep. So that's a really good one. I'm sure that Kel would maybe like help at the hospitality table, hospitality chatelaine. It's welcoming people. It's going to be probably the, instead of at gate where you actually hand out the event schedule and the map, we're going to move that to this other table. It's usually the very last person you get that, but we're going to move it inside and actually have hospitality. So if we have newcomers, we have people from other groups, and just as a information booth, you know, when you're in a big business and they have the information booth and there's a person sitting there, that's mostly where Kel's going to be, because she's not going to be able to go around a lot and she asked to be in the main hall. I bet she would love to have company and someone maybe sitting there with her, or somebody who can maybe give her some relief breaks. She's not able to be on the call today, but that is something she and I have discussed. So if you're coming to the event and you've got some time in between, get with us, because there are some places. Just spotting somebody so they can get a lunch break or a biology break is always really good, and it's low pressure. All you have to do is, I'm not the person in charge of that. They'll be right back. And you don't have to pretend to know something you don't know. Rhiannon's typing, so we'll see if there's something else that she's adding.
No, I was just making the block go away.
Oh, okay. And the other volunteer position, and this makes me think of Ewan because this is something Ewan often helps with. We need help with setup. I know everyone that's traveling in from further afield may not be coming in Friday night. Tobias and I are going to try and get up there Friday night for setup because of our positions with things, and then return Saturday morning. If you're further away, we don't expect you to travel twice. But if you can't travel twice, but you're going to be there that day, if you could help extra set up that morning. Sometimes there's things that can't be set up the night before. There's going to be all the people that are rolling in that just need things carried in from their car. It's sort of a no-brainer. You're just a body. You're just not a gender thing, but the title footman, as far as a person carrying things in for people, a porter. That's not necessarily a gender name. Porter is good. A lot of the instructors, when you're teaching a class, you may have more things than what other people, and I know a lot of instructors, it'll cut down the number of trips they have to make inside and out. And I'm sure that Stormy and them, Jackie and Stormy, are doing the sideboard feast. But when it's getting ready to then all come out, sometimes just having extra hands instead of making the back and forth, the way they're setting it up, if somebody can literally go and place it or act as the physical body, again, being a porter, going back and forth, no special skills involved. You get to work with new people and meet people on a very quiet one-on-one basis, and you're helping and you're being seen and you're appreciated. Stormy, did you have anything to add to that? Yes, you do.
Yes, I do, because the kitchen there in the church is a school cafeteria style. And so it is going to be pass through, get your food. So we won't have to carry food out. We will just
Oh, good.
serve.
We're going to use the cafeteria loop. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. But even
There
that
are-
morning, you know, if it helped bringing food in or even clean up afterward, that's the other thing I was going to get to, was the flip side is cleanup. A lot of the
That's a good
I
one.
made that
I
up.
like it.
You know,
You're
people that are setting up Friday night, they're getting there early Saturday to set up. By the end of the day, Saturday evening, everybody's getting tired. If you're able to stay and help carry things out to people's cars, help doing that afterwards transition, everybody else gets to go home sooner. So again, both Rosenfeld and Graywood, one of our things that we're discussing is this joining is because we're low on numbers. So if we can have people from Graywood going up and helping, I know it would be greatly appreciated. And we're getting to meet potentially, we are extended family. Rosenfeld and Graywood from decades past have always been close because we're the two geographically closest groups. So it's a great opportunity and we really could use extra help. Does anybody have any questions about anything they've seen for the event or for volunteering or anything? Some things you can get with me afterwards, but does anybody have a question they want to ask right now?
I've got a lot of questions for like
Afterwards questions are fine. But sometimes talking out loud questions lead to questions. So that's definitely a thing. So the sideboard is included in your fee for registering. So you're getting the food already. Lots of different fun things. There's no fighting. It's very low key. A fun event. I mean, that's the whole point with the name, festivities, fun, and feasting, where everybody can just come, relax, be indoors, be in the air conditioning, take some classes, have some fun, make some art, make new friends. Low stress. I think low stress is key. That's all I've got, Rhiannon.
She's out of the room.
Oh, we lost her. Okay. Did anybody have any pickup notes, anything that went back towards earlier in the meeting that needs to be? I'm going to check Discord if anybody's dropped any messages in there, because with my phone, Julia had to go. It was good hearing from y'all. She misses us. That was the one message. So what kingdom is Ohio? This is a test. Who knows what kingdom is it?
Well,
Mid-realm? Okay, so that's where Mel of Graywood and Juliana are. Julia, I always want to make it Juliana because we have a Juliana, but this is Julia Germana. They're now living up there. And so they were saying hello. Alfred had to step out too. So we're not going to close everything just yet until the seneschals can come back in.
Yeah, just, I have a question. With the sideboard, are people supposed to bring their own feast gear, or is feast gear being provided?
We are supplying disposable feast gear.
Okay, thank you.
So Stormy, would you like it like when we do the final update and stuff on the website and the final push for advertisement? We're having disposable feast gear for people who do not bring their feast gear, but if people like to set up their feast gear and eat with their tablecloths and stuff, is that also okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Disposable feast gear available.
Is available. Exactly. The wording, that's what we, and Tobias is making notes on that. So disposable is available if you don't want to tote all your stuff out. But it is a nice setting. They're big round tables, and it is a nice setting to be able to sit with friends and spread stuff out.
If anybody has any gifts that they would like, or anything that they would like to add to the royal baskets, and you can either bring it to the event, or I can come and get it from you, or maybe we can meet in the middle if we're really far away. Ours have always been hard to meet. Just let me know, and it can be things that this is going to be a personal gift from Rosenfeld and Graywood to their royals.
Each is it each couple or is it individual? Like for their majesty?
I don't know. We'll have to talk about that.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about it during the ANS.
But it's not something that's going into regalia. They are not to have this put on any of their list. They're to use it and take it with them when they leave their.
It's theirs
crown.
personally. Yeah.
It's theirs personally. So unless it is obvious insignia that we want, obviously if it's a whole bunch of iris ribbons that will not go, but otherwise it's a personal gift. Oh, Rhiannon's back. Yay.
For
Go
the
ahead.
gift basket gifts, the best thing possible are things, as Delphina was saying, things that they can use themselves that are unique to them. You don't want to put the Kingdom Arms on it. You don't want anything like that. You want it to be gifts to the individual people,
Yes.
because they may use it as largesse themselves, but especially with Margarita and Jason, they are about to step down. They're at the end. So anything they get is definitely going to be a personal gift. And when it's presented, you want to say it's a gift to you, not to the office. Because that's a very different thing.
Yeah. So some ideas for that. Tobias did blank. They're like thank you cards, but they're blank. So they're not necessarily thank you. Oh, we've got some here. So it's just got their initials, and he did a lot of them in their personal heraldic colors. So
Ooh, nice.
just
Very
nice. And they can use them for thank yous for other gifts or for people that help them and volunteer for them. I've got dice sets. I'm going to do dice sets, but I'm going to put like some instructions for dice games. They may use them personally, but they've been in around a while. They may have dice. They may then choose to give those little sets to somebody else. Emma had some games, and they may choose to keep the 9 Men's Morris, or they may want to give them as a gift, and that's okay. Making things like kumihimo, just lengths of kumihimo, making things wire wrap jewelry like a torque or something like that. Doing something Viking braids, a belt, a sash. They may wear that as part of their stuff, or they may then use that to give to somebody as a special thank you. I've done herb blends. I've done kind of a sugar and spice blend mix. That was a period spice recipe. I listed what the ingredients were, or who had made it, so if there's any questions. I've done assorted tea bags, dried tea bags. I've given seeds, wildflower seeds. Again, label everything, what it is, how you're supposed to use it, who it came from. And I like to make sure it includes things, Shire of Rosenfeld, Shire of Graywood, Games Guild, Herbalism and Apothecary, Farm, Field and Forest. It's a way of branding and putting that name and group association together. And if it is handed off to somebody else, have an email on there that you don't mind sharing, where somebody could get if they wanted to thank you or if they had a question. And Tobias is coming around to add something.
If you have any questions or you have no ideas what the Royals like, on the Kingdom website, they have a likes and dislikes section, and it also lists allergies for all the Royals. So those are things that you can go to help get ideas for largesse. If you're like, well, I don't know, would they like this? it's a way of just making it a little bit more personal because they take the time to give out their likes and dislikes. It's a way to say, I've read this, I understand you like this or dislike this.
And one of the classes is going to be on making largesse. So if you're like, I really just have no clue, I'm not going to stress about doing something in the next month because we're the 24th today, the event's on the 27th. We're now in the final month as far as available time space. Attend the class or ask to see the gift baskets. Like, what do you even give them? If you've never seen what a gift basket looks like when somebody receives it, you don't have any idea of what to maybe that you could make or present. And everything doesn't have to be made. I've seen little first aid kits. I've seen little sewing kits. I've seen little hand sanitizers. I've seen little pocket flashlights that can go on a keychain or stay in your basket or pouch because it's the end of the event, it's dark and I can't find my car keys. Not everything has to be individual artist made to be of use. It's a great way that artists can show their art or show what they're making, but that's not a requirement. It's a gesture. So gesture does not have to mean homemade. It doesn't have to mean expensive. Creative, yes, is fun, but doesn't have to mean expensive. It's a token.
And all of them are going to have a need for largesse after they step down. Their laurels, their knights, they have a reason. Well, they're populace. Everybody can give out largesse.
Anybody.
So anyway, I'm done. Thank you.
That's it, Rhiannon. Is Alfred, are you back too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so back to the seneschals.
This is the gist of what I got from the last meeting at Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld can correct me. Anybody in that of the potential options, we felt that the second option, which is that one shire fold and become a member and transfer everything to the second shire, was the best option. And that we were willing to make that fold. Rosenfeld would fold and become part of Graywood because that was logistically easiest. But we would form a household of Rosenfeld that would be primarily an arts household to be the counterpoint to Clan McWraith, which is the fighting household in Graywood. That is unless there is objection, that is the proposal I'm going to send to the Crown and Kingdom Seneschal.
Sounds great to me.
I don't have any issues on my end either.
Is that, you were at our meeting, does that sound like what you heard?
That
Is
does,
what I heard.
that sounds like what I was told you guys were leaning towards also.
So does anyone have any question about that? We're not Rosenfeld is giving up its shire identity, but keeping its strong arts identity by becoming a household. That would include all of the Graywood artisans, well, which would include all of us as artisans. Just as our fighters could, the one Rosenfeld fighter could join Clan McWraith.
Huzzah! Huzzah from Emma! Huzzah!
So I think logistically that will be the easiest. It will also be the quickest. I don't think it will happen before the end of this reign. But I think it will happen relatively quickly because there's not a lot of logistical issues to deal with. There will be a polling, an official polling of both groups sent out by the Kingdom Seneschal as far as requesting that. And that's what the proposal will be if they approve.
Sounds
Emma,
good
were
to
you
me.
having a question?
Yeah, Emma was the only person I see online that was not there at our populace meeting.
But
So
she watched the lovely recording that you had made. That's where these recordings are really good, having hybrids and having recordings. And then because she had watched the recording, when we went to Scribble, we did have a conversation about it. making sure that, what you hear is what you interpreted. And so she did understand everything
Okay, good.
that we were talking about.
So if it's acceptable to Alfred, I will write up that proposal. I'll send it to you. And also copy the Crown, the heirs and the Kingdom Central.
That works for me.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me.
Absolutely. You have given us no reason not to.
Well, and I appreciate my shire supporting this move because I think it will be good for both shires.
Agreed.
Because otherwise I can see two shires folding. And this way, the two will grow into one. So that I think covers everything on our meeting. Anybody in here have anything to add? Going. No one here at the church has anything to add?
Does anyone here in the library have anything to add?
I just, for Rhiannon, a point of clarification, because we do have a lot of newer members. A polling comes from the Crown, and when it's sent out, everybody's voice matters, but the polling is done for paid members. Is that correct? Yeah,
Correct.
she's nodding. So that's why the conversations ahead of time are very important, because if you're not a paid member, we all still want to know what's in your thoughts and in your heart. But when they do the pollings will only be sent out to paid members. It's a paid member perk. And if you are a paid member and you get that, please make sure you take the time to respond, because both groups are small. When you respond, and especially if it's to the positive, which everybody seems to be, you're helping respond for your fellow members that maybe they're not paid members, but they're in your group. You're using your voice to help make their voice heard, because you know that this is the conversation you've heard. So
But it's sent to like your email address that you use to sign up for them.
is it sent to email or mailing address, Rhiannon?
It used to be done in person, or well, the last polling I attended was a baronial polling. And they had the discussion online. And then you voted afterward.
Okay.
You can and cast your vote.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And I want to point out, you're not actually voting.
You're giving an
Their
opinion.
majesties are going to decide.
Correct. That's a very good point.
Okay.
You're just sharing your opinion, your thoughts.
That's what they're polling for, is your opinion.
But the final decision is up to their majesties with the Council of the Kingdom Central.
Correct. But part of the earliest conversations was the fact that one of the shires approached the other shire, and the shires have been discussing this. That whole process will probably look favorable upon the decision, but it's up to them.
The fact that we are coming with a proposal that is a viable proposal.
Yeah.
And
it reflects well on both groups.
Yeah. We've done our research, we've done our due diligence as a community.
Yes. I'm gonna try this again with my hair. My hair and I have been fighting.
Okay. So
Okay. Anything else from the library?
Alicia says hello to everybody. She's been coloring and being such a good girl today. Wanna come say hi? Say hi. Hi, she waved. She waved. This is me passing on the wave. She waved. Thank you, Alicia.
Okay.
That's it. That's it from us. We're gonna go art.
Is there anybody online that is on our Zoom meeting or at the
I'm gonna check the
Discord
Discord.
that you've got something you would like to say?
I'm checking the Discord now because I'm looking at it.
Kind of an afterthought, not really business for today, but something to think about is after you guys run your event, we were going to be starting to really buckle down on planning for Battle of the Pines. Given how these conversations are going, I'd like to invite any of you who wish to help with that. The only spot that has been filled as of right now is Feastocrat. Mary Moe from Ravensfort was very enthusiastically wanting to do it. So
That's February 21st.
I believe so. Let me double check because it seems to change every year.
Updated on Greenwood's calendar as well, and I do think because it's a PED, it should be
21st.
correct on the Kingdom. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
But it's on the Kingdom calendar and it's on the websites too. And Alfred, that reminded me.
Target area date.
And you're planning to use the, like Marvel site?
Yeah, as of right now, we are.
Fred, the other thing is, and because Howard's not here, we haven't really discussed it, but the Nacogdoches Farmers Market, October 5th, that is a Saturday, October 5th. Graywood traditionally tries to do a demo at the farmers market for their fall fling. Howard is usually our contact point on that, and he's not here. And because it comes up almost immediately after Rosenfeld's event, everybody's welcome. I think we usually do rapier and shiv, and we usually have 1 10x10 pavilion with static display. And it's a fun day. It's a family fun day. There's usually free food, there's music, there's other people and venues. And usually around the 11 o'clock time is when they have previously been asking us to come up to the stage to do a demo. And that's generally where they do fighting or rapier. October 5th, Saturday, October 5th.
That's not a Saturday.
No.
That's a Sunday.
Is it November 5th?
Saturday.
November,
November 5th is a Wednesday.
All right, we will confirm the date. That's why we need Howard. But it is it's not a very big demo, but it's a fun demo, and it is at the Nacogdoches Farmers Market, right there in downtown.
October 8th, what it says on their website.
Cecilia looked it up at the Nacogdoches Farmers website.
It's from the whole thing, 2022.
Oh, that was from 2022. Sorry. What is this first Saturday in October?
October,
October 4th.
it's the Oktoberfest in Kilgore, which is at Avalon. Food, beer, game.
Oh, that could be interesting too.
So
So demos, look for demos. We have some
Saturday,
demos.
October 4th is what I find now for 2025.
2025, Saturday, October 4th, is the Nacogdoches, and that's the same day as the one in Kilgore. Okay. Demos are a fun way. Both groups have already been struggling with this, recruitment and retention. And one of the best ways to do that is to be public facing, to be out there in garb, talking to people, having fun, and allowing yourselves to be seen in garb and saying, hi, we're here. So we're going to make sure that all of that is in the newsletters and gets shared on the social media, because it is right after the event. And more bodies just makes it's a really fun time. That we've always had a good time at the demos. So
just to check with Jessamine and Stormy, our actual meeting time would be during the event for Rosenfeld. Would you like to have a short meeting, and we could even do it online, on the 20th, which is the 3rd Saturday?
Stormy, who's dropped out, I'm seeing she's not in here, so she may have had something come up and left abruptly.
But that would let you, if you need to get volunteers in any spot, and we could do it entirely online.
I think that's a great idea. I think if we do a 20th virtual, because it's going to be so close to the event, and people are going to be on a time crunch, if we could just do it virtual as a last double check for anybody that needs anything, any changes, and then just knock out some of the regular business, like for demos and officer reports. What time do you want to just set the time later, or do you want to set the time now?
Let me check, but I would say probably 2 o'clock.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then Alfred's still online. He can think about when Graywood is meeting next, because we do want to put it in our September newsletter. If we wanted to do it at the same time, that Delphina's making signals to that. Otherwise, we can maybe do it virtual that Sunday afterwards, but right now it makes sense to have joint meetings. I think this went really well today.
I
And
would
I'm just
agree.
sharing. What?
So I would agree that it makes more sense to do them together.
Okay, we'll advertise it as such. Right now, we've got it penciled in for 2 p.m. It's going to be virtual on the 20th, and it is a joint meeting. And if anybody has anything else that needs to be in the newsletter, today's the 24th. We're right at the deadline for the newsletter. Rosenfeld is invited. If you ever have anything in the newsletter, you don't have to belong to a group to put things in their newsletter. If you've got something you want a newsletter, you can contact any local branch chronicler. You can, Vinheim does a newsletter. You can contact them. You do not have to be a member of that local group in order to provide content to their chronicler. Chroniclers always need stuff, but if we've got stuff that's timely, that we want it to be printed in the newsletter, make sure you get that in an email to Tobias, please.
One more time. Anything else in here?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Agree.
We're done.
Bye.
21 at what?
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
So we're gonna have a joint.
Adios.
It's gonna be on September 20th.
Whatever name.
Yeah, and it's gonna be at 2 p.m. and it's gonna be joint.
All right. Thank y'all. It was good to see you, Lord James. And just because you have an award with that name, if you want to have a different name, you can.
Got 5 names on awards.
I have,
I'm still figuring that out.
that's cool. And be safe if we don't support. Okay.
I'll be at the event. Okay, I'll be there.
To be there?
Yes, I will be there.
Yay, that's exciting. All right, well, take care, sir.